Hi everyone, Christina here. Today I'm going to be showing you a haul from jetpens.com. They were kind enough to send me some store credits, and I asked all of you on Facebook what you would like me to buy and possibly review or just show you what it is on camera. So I'm going to show you what I bought. Some of these were requested, some were ones that I just thought you guys would be interested in. So the first thing, in fact I think it was one of the ones that was most requested, is this watercolor set, this pearlescent watercolor set. And I don't know if you can see the kind of shimmer on those watercolors, but I'm going to go ahead and open this up and see how it does. So this is a very inexpensive watercolor set, so my expectations aren't super high, but we're just going to kind of see exactly what they look like. So I've just got some watercolor strips here, and I've got a watercolor brush that I just finished using for a video. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, where did it go? Where's my big brush though? Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's see here. Let's just start with this really pretty magenta color. So I think it needs quite a bit of water to get it started. There we go. Now some of it's moving. And I'm just going to keep mixing this until the paint turns a little bit thicker, because then it will show up more on camera. And with these dry watercolor cakes that are like this, you really do have to really work with it and try to get some good color going, especially with these inexpensive sets. Okay, it is quite dull right now. I wonder if as it dries, if it gets more of that shimmer to it. We'll see. In fact, maybe I'll try wetting my cardstock here, and then I can bring in that color and see it move around. Okay, I can see a little more of the shimmer that way. Let's add another color. In fact, I'm just going to add water to a bunch of these just to get them wet and have it start soaking up some of that water. Okay, I can see the shimmer lots more on this blue one. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it working. Hopefully you'll be able to see that on camera. I'm not sure if you will or not. I'm going to add some more blue. You can kind of see that move around. You really do have to work with the paints. You have to add quite a bit of water, let it sit, let it soak into the pan so that it really starts to get really pigmented. Otherwise, if it's very, very pale, after using a really nice watercolor set right before I filmed this video, I definitely can tell the comparison between the two, if that makes sense. It's a good thing this one is inexpensive. I don't think it's meant to be a super, quality expensive set. It's just something fun to play with. Alright, I'm going to try this really vibrant blue. I guess I'm going to just get this surface wet so the colors move around. And I'll pick up that minty green color. I'm just going to add it to the watercolor over here. The color is really spreading now. So I think that the secret is to get lots of pigment going. There's lots of water in this blue one, but hopefully I can mix up enough color that it won't be too thin. You almost have to scrub the pan to try to get that color to come up. Okay, so I've got some more color going. Okay, so overall these colors aren't super pigmented. You do kind of get what you pay for. I think they're kind of fun to play with. I don't know that I would dedicate a lot of time to it just because I do have that knowledge of the comparison to another type of watercolors that while are more expensive, they are higher quality in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and dry this. Okay, I hope you guys can see that shimmer, kind of that pearlescent look. It is really kind of different. It's a really subtle effect. It's not super bright and shimmery, so just keep that in mind. Here's that other piece that I did earlier. It's not dry yet. Let me quickly dry it. Okay, so there's the shimmer on that one. Once again, it's kind of a more subtle effect, but it is kind of cool. Okay, so here's that shimmer water, or pearlescent is what they called it. This pearlescent watercolor set. All right, another thing that I bought was this pencil case, and I thought it was just really, really neat. I'm going to close it up so you can see exactly what it is. This is Moving Option from Nomadic Ink, and it actually has a little snap on one end, so you can unzip it all the way. So it has a really large compartment here. You can see all the stuff that I have inside. These are all things I'm going to take out and show you guys. There's a little tiny little pocket right here, and then the rest of it is just open. There's a zipper pocket right here in the front. This has a lot of space in it. It also has this flap that comes out, and then even more space inside, and these are divided. So it's really great if you have little Post-its or stickies. This would be a great pencil case for all of you planner obsessed people out there, planner addicts. If you wanted to put all of your Post-its and stickers and things in these pockets. And I like that it has this flap that keeps everything secure. So this comes in a multitude of different colors. I chose red because red is one of my favorite colors, but you can definitely choose other ones. So what I have inside is Copic has a new opaque white. The one that I have is actually in a jar, and it's the one that is really goopy and it dries up quickly. In fact, let me grab it. This is their old version of Copic Opaque White, and it's not as convenient as what this promises to be. So it has, basically it has a built-in really fine brush. Oh, that's nice. So you can do a really thinly lined white on your illustrations. So I'm not going to try it right now, but it promises to be really good. It does close a lot tighter, so I kind of think it's going to be a good change. So I think I'll really like this. All right, what else do I have in here? Along those same lines with Copic, a few of you were asking me to try the Copic Achu Spica or Spica, or I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but they're basically like glitter markers, and they're supposed to look really cool on dark cardstocks or on top of your coloring. So I just have some cardstock here. Ooh, that is really pretty. I'm going to zoom in really close so you guys can see. I'll try not to lose the sharpness, but you can see, I can see a little bit of shimmer in person. I'm not sure if it's the camera is picking it up, but you can see a little bit of that. It does stay wet for a little bit of a longer period of time. I'm going to try the clear. Okay, that is very clear, and as it dries, it's fading. I left behind a little bit of sparkle, not a ton, definitely not as much as a Wink of Stella glitter brush pen. Okay, I'm going to switch to some white cardstock for these other ones. Here's some red. Okay, that one, I'm not seeing any sparkle. There's like 2 little sparkles, so that one's not that impressed with that one. This one is gold. This one actually has quite a bit of sparkle. I'm not sure if you guys can see all that, but there's actually quite a bit of sparkle coming through. I could imagine if you painted or used this on top of some yellow Copic coloring, it'd be really pretty. This one is called Blossom. Ooh, and it's really dry. Look at that, it's already running out. That's a kind of a disappointment. Oh well, I'm not super impressed with these. I think the gold is probably my favorite just because it does kind of show up a little bit more than the others, but I really only got 5 colors to try for you guys. So take from it what you will. Okay, also in here I have, some of you wanted to know about the Pilot Friction highlighters. And I thought they were really kind of cool looking. So let me grab some notebook paper. Here's some notebook paper, and I'm going to pretend that I'm highlighting something. I'll just be like, ta-da! Highlighting, looks like a regular highlighter. I'm going to do a little bit of test handwriting with just a ballpoint pen. I'm going to zoom in for you guys too. Okay, so I'm going to highlight over the top of this because I want to make sure it's not going to smear. It looks like it did okay. So the thing with these friction pens is that on the other end there's an eraser, and you're supposed to be able to erase everything. Oh wow. That is kind of really cool. It erases really, really well. I think those of you who like to highlight textbooks or even books as you're reading them would really love this because, you know, later if you wanted to share the book with someone else, you could go back and erase your highlights. I think that could be interesting. So that's kind of really cool. So the other 2 types of pens that I bought to show you guys are Platinum Preppy. They are fountain pens, and I got the medium and also a fine point. And I believe you have to screw off the bottom, and then it has the ink cartridge, and you need to push that on until it glides in. Then you can put that barrel back on, and you have to wait for the ink to kind of move all the way into the tip of the pen. So that might take a minute. I'm just going to let that sit, and I'm going to prep this other one at the same time. So that other one was black, this one is red. So once again, you just take the ink cartridge and press it on until it snaps all the way down into the barrel or into the tip. Screw on that barrel. Alright, and I'm going to put the cap on and just let that sit for a little bit while we wait for it to get all the way to the tip. Sometimes these kind of take a while, so I'm just going to let that sit. Oh, that's pretty fast. That's nice. Okay, so okay, so this is the fine point. I'll zoom in for you guys. Okay, so considering that one went pretty fast, this one's probably ready, and it is. This is the other one. And it's definitely thicker than the fine point. These are kind of cool. The red color is almost like a hot pink, and the black is supposed to be black, but it's almost like a dark gray. So that's just something to note. I think these pens are kind of fun. They're relatively inexpensive, so if you have never tried a fountain pen before, this might be a fun thing to try out. Okay, and the last thing I got, these have been around a long, long time. I know lots of people who love these. These are Papermate Flair felt tip pens. I got a set of 16. Planner enthusiasts really love these. They have loved them for many years. I know a lot of people, they either love these or they love the Le Pen markers. I just have never really tried these out, so I thought I'd give them a try. So I'm not sure what color this is, but Papermate Flare, that's what we're going for. Okay, I like how they write. Sometimes my handwriting changes depending on the type of pen I'm using, and I kind of like using a more casual script with these pens. Let's try another color. We will try purple since we're kind of going on that purple magenta kick here. Okay, these are medium. I don't think they're quite fine enough for writing in a planner for me. Let's see if it goes through the paper. It really doesn't show through the paper much at all. And this is rather thin paper, so I think you'd be okay to use it on your planner pages, except for your extremely thin ones. I know that the Filofax paper is quite thin, so I really wouldn't recommend using it on that, although I know a lot of people really love it on the Filofax. So it's probably just kind of one of those your mileage may vary type situations, if you like it or not. I do like that there's lots of different colors, and if you are not a fan of the super thin Marbie Le Pen markers, you might like these that that have a little bit of a bigger barrel, a little bit more like your usual pen colors or pen types, so you might enjoy it more than the Le Pens. I tend to not have a problem with the Le Pens, even though they are quite thin. These feel a little bit more like your average pen. The black is quite black, especially compared to that Platinum Preppy pen. Let's see those together. Yeah, you can really tell the difference on those. Okay, so there's a really informal jetpens.com haul and review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite item that I've shown here today, what your favorite item was. Just let me know down in the comments, and because I'm just curious, I think it'd be really fun to find out what you guys liked the most. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back on Monday for my usual card videos. Thanks for watching.